everyone, hi, how are you? Hope everyone is good. Here we are, this is week 6 of Performing Arts Online. So the way I've sort of been doing things is we've done a writing week, a bit of an improvisation week and a bit of a movement week. So that's where we're up to again, the sort of movement week. I've just done that really just to help me actually to navigate my thinking through this planning process. But what you need to know is that today is a movement week. So my advice would be to find yourself a little bit of space, move anything out of the way that you might need to, and put any comfortable clothes on you might need to. We're not going to do anything massively demanding, and as always I would say just do whatever you can do, but getting prepared in that way would be fantastic. Right, so if we're ready to go, we're going to do a warm-up, just stretching things out and moving our bodies a little bit. So first of all, I think we should just do a good stretch. So like lift up your arms, twist your bodies, just do anything that feels comfortable. If anything just feels uncomfortable in any way, stop doing that. Okay, you don't need to push anything, just stretch. Stretch in all the different ways that feels nice. Okay, now we're going to start this time with our ankles. I know you probably can't see my ankles, but I'm going to just twist them around like this. So we're starting with our right ankle, give it a nice twist, might hear a few clicks, and then change direction, the other direction. Lovely, same with the opposite leg, just your ankles, twisting them around. And opposite direction. So make sure you're doing this movement with your ankles. Lovely. Okay, we're going to do it with our knees on the knee joint, just twisting it round and the opposite direction. Need good balance. And the other leg, just loosening up your knee joint. My balance. I need to do this. And opposite direction. Lovely, okay. We're going to take our hips in a bit of a circle. Just stretch anything out that feels a bit like it needs it. Anything that doesn't need it, don't do it. Okay, push out just as far as you can. Push up with our arms and push back. Lovely, do that again, so we'll push forward, push up, and push back. Lovely, okay, we're going to move up to our arms. Let's take a big circle at our shoulder socket, just as much as you can, and we'll go the opposite direction. Lovely, and the next arm, big circles. If everyone's been making the most of the nice weather. I think there's an idea, opposite direction, that it might change. So make the most of it when you get your daily exercise, or if you've got a bit of garden or yard that you can sit out in. Or even just looking at it through the window, I think it helps. Lovely, okay. Now I'm going to do the thing that's really tricky. One arm is going to go forward, one arm is going to go back. Wish me luck. I think I'm doing it. Lovely, have a little go at that. If you want to pause the video at any time, perhaps this is your first time doing this, you can pause your video, have a go at that again. If you want to try and master the swinging arms in opposite directions. Okay, now if we put our hands on our shoulders, we're just going to do sort of draw circles with our elbows and then go in the opposite direction. Lovely. Now we're going to do the same with our wrists. We can do them at the same time. It's handy, it's efficient. Excellent. Yeah, so make the most of the sun while we can. Even just having it coming through the windows, it just brightens up your day, I think. Opposite direction. Lovely. Starting to feel a bit warmer, getting our body moving. Now, for those of you that can, we're going to do sort of a couple of more energetic moves. If you can't do this, don't worry, you just enjoy it. Or just do a version of it that you can that's comfortable. So we're going to do a little jog on the spot for like 20 seconds, okay? Just 20 seconds. So, are you ready? I'm going to count the 20 seconds. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get your knees up. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Brilliant. Well done, okay. Get short of breath. I'm sure you could do higher knees than I was doing. I was trying not to make too much noise for the video. That's my excuse. Okay, for 20 seconds now, we're going to do where we reach up and then we reach down to touch the floor, okay? So we're going to reach up again, only do this if you can. If you have to stay seated, for example, maybe just reach up, touch your legs, reach up, or pat your knees, okay? So 20 seconds of reaching high and reaching to the floor. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, stretch, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very good, well done. If you feel like you want to do these a bit more, obviously just rewind, do this little routine again. Last one is going to be star jumps. Now, because I honestly don't want to make too much noise so that the camera moves or anything like that, you know what star jump is. This is one. Ooh. This is one star jump. You're going to do those for 20 seconds, okay? Those of you that can. Off we go and star jumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good job. 10, halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Big stretching. 17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Very good. For those of you who did the star jumps, I salute you. Well done. Okay, a little bit warmer. Part of that reason of doing it is just because it actually feels quite good to get your heart rate up and to get moving. But part of it also is because we're going to be doing a bit of moving today. The last thing we're going to do in our sort of warm-up section, I guess, is 1 whole minute of power poses. Okay, now we've done this in class before, so anyone who was there, any sessions we've done this, you'll remember this. But for those of you that weren't, I'm going to explain it. So what we do is we spend 1 minute doing different power poses, basically like superheroes, whatever you want. Like you've got muscles, like you're important, like you're strong. And there's some research that says if you do that for a minute every day, you feel amazing, confident, like you can do anything, take on the world, okay? So, because it's our movement week, we're gonna forget that. Maybe we'll feel like we can take on the world. So, I'm going to start the timer. I'm gonna do the poses with you as well. Choose any pose you want, you don't have to copy me. Okay, off we go. A minute of power poses. You just hold them for a few seconds, however long you want. Feel great in it. Then move on to another one. And yes, I am powerful. I am super. I am excellent. Yeah, that's a good one. A little look to the camera. Get away. A bit of a lunge in this one. Yes, power. 15 seconds left. Do your favourite poses one more time. A bit of a Brucey bonus one. Bruce Forsyth, however his was. Well done. Fantastic. I don't know, I think that works. I feel pretty good. Right, well done. We're sort of warmed up. Okay, yes, my next task. Now we're going to start thinking creatively. So that was just to warm our bodies up. The idea is, this is an activity you probably do in session with me in pairs. One person strikes a pose, it could be a power pose, and the other person is going to strike a pose in reaction to that. Now, if you want to, at first you can just copy my moves, okay? So if I do this, you just do this. And then you can maybe rewind the video and go back and try reacting to them as well. But if you want to just start off by reacting to them, that's great. So what I mean by reacting, so if I did this pose, you might want to be a fellow superhero and you might do this back. Or you might be a baddie. So I'm doing this pose, you might do this pose. For example, like an evil character looking back at the superhero. Now, no explanations needed for these, you can just throw anything out there. But it has to try and link or react. So for example, if I did a stop sign as my pose, you might do a, okay, I'm backing off, sort of reaction. Or you might want to just copy it, or you might want to do a dance. The idea is it's just one pose. So I'm going to do some and I'll leave a gap for you to either copy or to react. Okay, so let's do the first one. So now you're going to either copy this pose or you're going to do something reacting to it that looks like we're in the same scene, in the same place together. Okay. Second one. Now you can react to this. You might want to take what I'm offering. You might want to offer something back. You might want to say no. Next pose. Either copy or react. Do another one. How might you react to that? Sort of a no. So you can copy or you can react. Are you the accused? And last one. Fantastic. Hopefully I left enough space in between there for you to do your own move that either reacts to that or you were copying it. If you were copying it, I challenge you now to go back a little bit, work through them again and do something that puts you in that same world as that person, but you're doing something different. So it's a reaction to my move, to my character that I just created. Fantastic, okay. Right, so next activity, I'm going to ask you to move around your space. I haven't got loads of space here, so I would just be avoiding everything in my room and just using the space I've got. If you've got a bigger space, fantastic. If you've got an outdoor space, you might want to listen to the instructions, then go and do it outside. Just whatever works for you. So I'm going to ask you to move around your space as though something has happened. I'm going to tell you what those things are, okay? For example, okay, the first one, move around the space as though you have a secret. So you might just look a little bit shifty. Okay, or whatever you want to do. Have a little go at that. My recommendation now is press pause on the video and just spend 30 seconds to a minute thinking about how that feels to move around space. Even if you want to go further in your mind and think about what that secret is, who's told you it, how it makes you feel. Could be a good secret, could be exciting, could be bad secret, could be a secret you just definitely did not want to know. You could be wondering what you should do next. It could be a moral dilemma. Should I tell someone? Should I keep it to myself? Okay, so pause the video, have a go at that one. Fantastic. Okay, the next one, you're going to walk around your space as though you've just had some good news. Again, if you can be thinking in your mind what that news was, where it came from, how did you find out, how does it make you feel? Is it about a job? You've just been offered a job. You've just found out that you've maybe won a competition. You've just found out you've got onto a course that you applied for. Anything, okay? You could have just found out that your family are getting takeaway tonight. Yes! Okay, so walking around your space, you've just had that good news. How does that make you move? How is that a bit different to the other one? Excitable, bit of a energy inside. Okay, off you go. Okay, the next one, I'd like you to move around your space as though you're in a new place. So this will be strange because I imagine you're in your home, so you know it well. But you're in a new place now, but it's exciting. So you've never been here before. Everything's new, but it's amazing. Oh, what? Okay, have a go at that. Off you go. Okay, lovely. I'd like you now to be in a new place again. Very unfamiliar, but this time it's strange. Something is not quite right with this location. Maybe you're not even sure what it is, but something makes you feel pretty uneasy. You might not move very much. You might move a lot. You try and get out. You try and find the exit. I don't want to leave this place. If you want to vocalise anything, speak while you're doing it, that's absolutely great. Or if you just want to concentrate on your physical movements, that's fantastic as well. So a strange place, a new place, and it's strange. Okay. Excellent. Okay, the last one, you are now going to move around your space as though you have just witnessed something confusing, maybe even supernatural, magical, something you can't put together. It doesn't seem right. You can't get your head around it. Really unusual, really confusing. Or is it magical? It might just... You might be second guessing yourself. You're really thinking it over. You've just experienced it with your own eyes. Something confusing or magical, unusual or even supernatural. Off you go. Excellent. Okay, so what we're building up to today, I should really tell you this, is I've written a bit of a script which is attached to this video. I think there should be a link for it somewhere on the video, and your job is going to be to complete that script and act it out. So that activity there was to give us a few ideas of how you might enter your scene or exit the scene before and after the script. Okay, now I want to start thinking just very loosely. I don't want to give too many ideas because I want the ideas to be your own. Going to think about moving around the space as a character. So that probably crept into some of those last ones, but the character is the main thing now. So first of all, I've got 3 words, and each time you're going to move around your space with those words as your character. That makes sense. So let me pick one that's not on there. It could just be fantastic. Okay, the word fantastic. You're going to walk around the space. This is an example. Walk around the space oozing the word fantastic from your character, a new character. So something's fantastic. Seems a bit dashing. Seems like, hi, I'm Mr. Fantastic. Really excitable, happy, helpful, like me. No problem. Okay, that might be fantastic. And you're just going to ooze that word and use that word as your motivation to move. That is who your character is. Your first one is important. So first of all, start by changing your body language, thinking how somebody quite important might stand. And when you're ready, pause the video and move around your space as this important person. Important is your name. People need you. They rely on you. You're important. Off you go. Excellent. So, sort of the other end of the spectrum almost of characters. Now you're clumsy. Sort of is like thinking of the Mr. Men books, except for not probably any that are not real people, real characters like Mr. Jelly or something. So clumsy is the next one. So Mr. and Mrs. Clumsy, this is your character. You're going to ooze clumsy, so just be careful, don't knock into anything. But clumsy could be anything. It can just be the way you walk, like just a little bit like, oh, sorry, oh. A little bit like that, or it could be literally like, oh, sorry, didn't see that. Oh, just be careful of that. Oh God, sorry. In a crowded place, a clumsy person is a nightmare. Or maybe you're carrying something and you drop something else, whatever. So clumsy is your character. That's what you're going to ooze this time when you walk around the space. Okay, off you go. Lovely. Okay, and the last one we're going to look at is awkward. So just an awkward character, oozing awkwardness. No. Okay, think about how that person looks, how that person moves. Somebody that oozes awkwardness, their character is awkward. Try that. Fantastic. Okay, excellent. So we've tried a few characters there. There is a massive spectrum of lots of things in between important and clumsy and awkward. So many things. I didn't want to give you too many to do because I think it'd be nice for you to play around with them yourself, have a little think what you might want to play for this script. So the next thing we're going to do is look at the script. I'm going to read it through with you, and then we'll sort of start to make a start on creating your own scene from it. So what I haven't put on the script, which is probably important, is that this scene I think is in a park, and it's on a park bench, okay? So what's not on the script is that you need to arrive at that park bench and you need to leave. So we don't, in this exercise, I don't want you to start, sat, and start the lines. So I want you to think about being one of those characters, one of those just had important news, or one of those scenarios to bring you onto the bench. And one of those scenarios as well to exit you off. Whatever it might be, okay? You can use one of the ones that we've done today, or you can come up with your own. There's so many things. That last one was a bit lazy, a bit laboured, like can't really be bothered. Was it even worth sitting on this bench? I don't know. Okay, so that's something to think about in a little bit. Let's just read through the script. So, today has been a memorable day. One I won't forget for a while. I mean, it started quite normally. I did my usual routine of ... Now that's where you fill the gaps in. So you're going to decide later on who your character is, what their normal routine is, and you'll fill in that gap. For example, did my usual routine of getting up, taking the dogs for a walk, did my exercises in the yard, I do skipping, I did 100 skipping, 100 jumps on the skipping rope, had my breakfast, I have Weetabix 2, semi-skimmed milk, and 1 slice of toast, peanut butter, it's a slow release carb. And I brushed my teeth and I headed off to work. That's an example. But around 1 o'clock, so now we're back to the script, but around 1 o'clock, as I thought about what I might have for lunch, I felt like something was different. A few things happened. First, so now we've got a few things to tell us about. So for example, first, the fire alarm went off in work. So we all traipsed outside and it was freezing. Second, and this was the strangest bit, everybody in work, except me, was wearing their slippers. It's like there was some sort of charity slipper wearing day that I've not heard about. And I do hear about these things. I know these things. I'm part of the charity commission. The charity, what's the word? Committee. That's it. Strange. And finally, when everybody went back into work, people weren't doing their work anymore. I was the only one doing my work. I noticed people were getting together in groups and they were like doing this ritual. They were taking the slippers off, putting them on their ears and moving like this. It was happening I've seen a few people over here do it. I thought that's strange. Over there, I went upstairs to do some photocopying and they were all doing it. I decided, back to the script, that all these events could mean only one thing. They meant that I had to go home and put my slippers on. So I did. And so, of course, with that, I had to get my slippers, go back to work, and try and fit in and try and do the ritual. And you know what happened? I did do the ritual. I picked it up easy. It was really simple. And it made me feel amazing. I felt like I'd done an hour's hot yoga. I felt amazing. I was glowing. I felt so healthy. And when I was leaving work, my boss told me that this was a cleanse day, like a meditation day. They were thinking about doing one a month. Slipper day, who knew? And so I found myself here in the park, talking to you. And you know what? It's been really useful. Thank you for listening. Bye. Okay, lovely. So that's the script. And hopefully you can see, if you've got a copy of that there, all the bits that I was just adding in. I was just making anything up, okay? Quite an unusual day for this character. And that's what we're looking for, unusual days, but it doesn't have to be something strange like that. It could be something exciting happened, like you received a parcel and you'd won a prize, won a competition, or it was post and it was from somebody you haven't spoken to for a really long time, and it was lovely to be reconnected with them. It could be that you witnessed a crime. It could be that you took part in a crime. Maybe you somehow ended up being in a bank robbery van and you suddenly were the getaway driver. I don't know, whatever you want. So the next thing, I think what's important to do first is to think about our exit, our entrance and our exit, okay? How are we going to enter this scene? Thinking about what we've done already today, make a decision on that. How are you going to exit the scene? A few questions with that. I mean, you can make your own up, absolutely, please don't feel like you have to do what we've done already, but also think about, is it the same at the start and the end? Possibly telling your story makes you feel relaxed, makes you feel happy, you don't feel nervous anymore. It's really useful, thank you. And you can walk away lighter. You might do the reverse, or you might arrive happy with your slippers on like I did, and leave happy with your slippers on, okay? So think about your arrival and your exit. So pause the video and have a think about that now. Brilliant. So now we've got the idea of the very beginning and the very end. Hopefully that's going to help us build and fill in the gaps of the story. I think knowing your entrance and your exit will start to build your character for you. So whether we're thinking they're important, clumsy or awkward, or any of the many millions of other options that there are, maybe not millions, lots and lots of options. Hopefully those exits and entrances are going to help you to come up with your character, and then start filling in the script. You can either do it on your computer if you've got access for that, or you can just remember it, just think in your head, right, I'm going to say some, don't have to stick to my lines exactly, but make sure you fill in those gaps that have been placed there for you. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to let you get on with that. filling in the gaps, and once you've done that, my advice would just be to rehearse it. So doing your entrance, doing all the lines, doing your exit. This might take you a little while, but I would spend some time on it and get it really good, in a position where you feel happy with it. If you want to show any of your work or write in the comments underneath, oh, this is what my character was, he came and he told this story. If you want to attach the, if you want to send us the script with your words filled in, I'd love that as well. Okay, so enjoy making your scene and off you go. Amazing, well done. Hopefully now you've got a full scene there with a bit of movement to get you to the bench, your whole dialogue, and then movement to get you away. The last thing really would be to give that scene a title, okay? So you might want to reveal in your title what happens. So my story about work could be wear your slippers to work day. That could be the title of it. Or if you want to keep it a mystery, you could say, call it something like an unusual day at work, okay? Or the day that work changed, or something like that. Okay, whatever you like, but give it a title and feel really proud. You've come up with a whole scene there today, a character, scenarios, a story. It's excellent, well done. Okay, the last thing, I just think you've done really well today. We've done a lot, so I would say put on your favourite song. I'm not allowed to do that, unfortunately, else I would join you. Put on your favourite song and have a little dance. Have a boogie in your space, wherever you are, and just shake off the session, the character that you might have created, and just enjoy yourself. And thank you so much for joining us this week. I will look forward to seeing you again next week. Thanks so much. Goodbye.